Hello everyone, this video is an entry to SkinSleep's 600 subscribers contest where we are supposed to scavenge hunt our movie collection and find titles with different criteria that SkinSleep has given us. So I decided to take part of it because it seems like a lot of fun. And if you still haven't checked out his channel, you definitely should do that, because I think he makes a lot of great videos. I've been following his stuff for a good few years now, and he just keeps getting better and better. I decided to make this video like quite unplanned way. I just go with my camera through my collection and try to find the films I need to find. So first up is a movie with a number in the title, and you can't use a sequel or something like that. Well, there's 300 for example. I really love this movie and this edition of the Blu-ray. I do also have the earlier normal MRA case release, but the Digibook one has new special features that are worth to check out. I could also pick 7. There is a number in the title there, you can't argue with that. It's kind of there like twice. Anyways, another great movie. I really love it. There's 2 for you, because they were so easy to find. And then I need to find a title with a color in the name of it, like black or blue or red or whatever. Let's see here. Well, actually I just thought up one that I really love, but where is it? Here it is, Foxy Brown. I really love this movie. It's just fun blaxploitation movie starring Pam Grier. I actually have also the normal edition of it because I just love the movie so much. There it is. A very good edition by Arrow. No matter if you get the Amaray one or the Steelbook one, they are both just excellent editions. Actually, I also have a DVD somewhere, but it's not where it's supposed to be, so I think it's in one of those boxes where I have stuff that I don't really need, but I want to keep still. Then I need to find a film that I discovered from another YouTuber. Okay, that's a bit more difficult one. I have to take a while to look at my collection until I see something like that. Well, I could actually choose this one, Terror Vision and Video Dead. Well, I haven't really watched Video Dead yet, but I remember when SkinSleep and Sarah Niserak and the other guys were watching, they were having a live viewing of Terror Vision, and they seemed to really like it. So I got this edition of it, and I watched this like a few months ago, and I must agree that it's a lot of fun, that film. It was a really good recommendation. So thank you SkinSleep and other people involved. I haven't checked the commentary with you guys about it. but maybe I will someday. Then I need to find a film with a killer vehicle. I kind of have a little section for that kind of stuff over here, but that's not all of it. Kind of, well, there's of course the car by Arrow, this one, but let's see if I can find, well actually, let's take a look at something that many of you wish you had. I was one of the lucky ones to be able to pick it up. Where is it now? There, Christine. I just really love this movie. I had not seen it before I got this edition of it, but I'm really glad I did, and I love John Carpenter's movies, and this immediately became one of my favorites of his. It's just really well made, and I just love the special effects that they put into the film with the car breaking into pieces and coming back together and so forth. Then I have to choose my favorite post-apocalyptic movie. Well, I have a little apocalyptic collection here. Let's see, which one of these would be my favorite. I would like to pick The Thing, but it's not really like that. But it's like you might be getting there. Book of Eli was a pretty good one. Oh shit. No. Did I damage it? No, I think it's okay. God damn. Almost killed my collection there. Well, anyways, Book of Eli was pretty fun, but I don't think it's my favorite. Still haven't seen Hardware, even though I have two different editions, a UK one, and the US edition. Oblivion was pretty cool too, and I love the music in that film. Okay, it's really kind of difficult to decide, and it doesn't make it any easier that while I have these genre sections of films, I also have the same kind of films elsewhere. Like, of course, my Arrow stuff is separate, and Scream Factory and Shout Factory stuff is separate, and Twilight and 88 films and so forth. So, while I have my post-apocalyptic movies there, then there could be some here also. I wish I could say Mad Max Fury Road, but it's not out yet on Blu-ray, so I don't have it in my collection, which is one of my requirements. And even though I have the Mad Max Blu-ray box set here, I still haven't seen the films since I was a little child, so I can't really say one of those is my favorite because I don't remember much about them. Well, okay, 12 Monkeys. This is a really cool post-apocalyptic film. I haven't watched the Blu-ray of it that I have here, but I did watch it on DVD back in the day, a few times even, and with all the special features and stuff, I really liked it. So I will choose this as my favorite post-apocalyptic movie for now. It's directed by Terry Gilliam and starring Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt and what was the woman's name? Madeleine Stowe, okay. But yeah, this is a bit different kind of film and I really recommend it. Then I need to find a slasher film without a franchise or a sequel. I have my slasher collection here, pretty much. Let's take a look. Which one does not have a sequel or franchise? Well, Triangle doesn't have a sequel. I thought this was a pretty good film, but it's been a long while since I watched it, so I can't really say much about it. And, well, My Bloody Valentine has a remake. I don't know if that counts as a sequel or not, or franchise. Well, I thought this film was pretty fun. I haven't seen the remake, but this was really good, I think. And there are these scenes in this edition that were cut from the theatrical release, and then they were reinstated in this one. But the quality of those scenes is not as good as on the rest of the film. But it didn't really bother me. I think it was a cool effect when the image went like more grindhouse type of image, when there was some horrible things happening to people. So I think it kind of added to the experience. Another one I could pick is Storm Warning. I think this is a Australian or New Zealand film. I don't remember which. But I thought this was a pretty fun film, and no one seems to be really talking about it. It's from 2007. It's been a while since I saw it, so I can't remember very good details about it, except some of the kills, which I thought were quite creative, which is always a good thing in a slasher movie. But anyways, I don't think there was just one killer, but a few of them. There's like this couple in the film who go like on a boating or hiking trip or something. Then they come across these people who are not very nice, and they like fight to survive against those guys. And there are some, like I said, there's some really creative kills there, so I do recommend checking it out. Then I need to find a film with a female director. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. Let's see now. Another one I could choose is American Psycho, which is directed by, what's her name? Mary Harron. Sadly, there is still no proper Blu-ray release of this film, as far as I know, just a crappy transfer one. I really hope one of these days we get a edition that this movie deserves. It's really good. Then I have to choose a movie that is so bad that it is good, and I must say that this fits the bill. I just got it and watched it yesterday, and I still haven't had time to make the latest update video. You can see a bunch of stuff coming in that video, but yeah, this was a very silly movie, but I thought it was interesting and fun cheese, and definitely something that you can't watch like seriously, but I still recommended this movie a lot, and especially this edition is really beautiful. and the transfer looks just pristine in my opinion. Then I have to choose a movie that of which soundtrack I like more than the movie itself, and I already have a couple in mind, and I know this is not going to make many people happy, but I'd have to say Halloween. I do like the movie, but I just don't like it as much as most people do. But I love the music a lot, and I do like the atmosphere in the movie and so forth. But I think the soundtrack and the theme song is just completely kick-ass, and I just love it a lot. But I'm more Halloween 3 kind of guy. I think this is a better movie than the first two Halloween movies. Another one I could say is also by John Carpenter, and that is Escape from New York. And you might find this very funny because I have Snake Plissken as my avatar on YouTube at the moment, and I have had it for like forever and ever. But I do love the character of Snake Plissken and the world of Escape from New York and the music. But I think the film itself is kind of average, I think. Somehow the movie itself is not as interesting to me as is the characters and the world that they live in and the music. I mean, I love all that so much, but somehow the movie itself is, in my opinion, not that interesting. That's really funny to say that, since you know I have that Hot Toys Snake Plissken figure and everything. But like I said, I just love pretty much everything about the movie, but not the movie so much itself. And I really have this, and I have this really nice DVD special edition here as well, with a really cool slipcover. I bought this from the UK when I was visiting there many years ago. Then I need to choose a movie that is undervalued or underseen. I guess kind of a hidden gem. I've actually been planning to do a series about movies like that for a good while now, but still so far I have not managed to make a review of such a movie. I was hoping I could make one this during my holiday that I'm on now, but my holidays are ending quite soon and I still haven't managed to make it, so it's not looking good. But yeah, I think one movie that definitely fits to that bill, and I just saw this recently, Pawn Shop Chronicles. This is I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like this is based on a comic book, because there are these sequences where you see these comic book pages, kind of like in Tales from the Crypt or something like that. And this is actually an anthology film, much like Tales from the Crypt, but it is not really horror. Well, there are definitely some horror elements in this, and I think especially one of the stories very much fits the bill of a horror movie. But anyways, there are 3 different main stories in this, and also this 4th story, but it's kind of like a shorter one that kind of puts all the stories together, which takes place in the pawn shop. So the first 2 stories are like really awesome. They are like 5 out of 5 stories for me, and I just love them a lot. but then there is this third story that involves this Elvis looking guy played by Brendan Fraser, which I thought was pretty bad, and well, it was bad because it was really a boring story, but all the other stories were just they were just great. If it wasn't for the boring Elvis storyline, then this film would be like 5 out of 5 for me completely, but now it's just like 4.5 out of 5. I really think you should check it out if you like anthology movies. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely check it out. So that is all for this video. Go subscribe to Skinslip if you still haven't done it. He definitely deserves more subscribers than he has. He makes excellent content, like I already said before. Yeah, but I wish luck everyone with this competition, or if you can call it that. And I hope you get a lot more subscribers through this Skinslip. You're a really awesome guy. So thanks for watching everyone, and see you next time. Bye.